flat tyres, and I'm not talking about cheap run flat tyres. We've got some Pirellis here, but I want to give you a very important tip. Welcome to this Mark's Reviews and Tutorials video, and I do want to give you a very important tip about run flat tyres. They are not exactly the same as other tyres. Have a look at my video up here about what's inside a run flat tyre. You'll see the wall here is very much thicker through this way, so that when they run out of air, it doesn't collapse. The wall itself is able to hold the tyre up. The consequence of that, though, if you think of it like a tyre inner tube, it's very flimsy, very loose with a piece of rubber. But if you've got a big thick piece of rubber, it's just not as flexible, not as loose. So the thicker you make the rubber, the less flexible it is, and the more likely it's going to crack or split or carry on. With that video I mentioned up the top about what's inside, you'll see that tyre was already cracked right through, as in a great big crack right through the sidewall here, which is from pothole damage. This tyre here, also, what I'm saying to you with this video is you have got to check your tyres. Look at this, look at the tread, great big deep tread, you can see it in there. This is only a little bit over a year old, this tyre, but it has gone and got itself some pothole damage. Have a look under here, under the front, and you can see here that this tyre has actually split. Now, I have never seen a non-run flat split like that, but I have seen run flat split in all sorts of directions, shapes and sizes. Now, this is not because it's a cheap garbage tyre. This is a Pirelli tyre. It's a good quality tyre, but as you can see here, I've hit a pothole, most likely. I don't know what it is. I've hit something, and the tyre has not been able to just flex and move on and get on with it. The tyre has actually split. I just did a safety check, and if you can look along the side there, you see the lump that's associated with that, and that's what I noticed. I didn't initially actually see that actual tear and hole that's in the tyre. I took it down to the tyre shop to get them to have a look, because as I said, these tyres aren't old, so I didn't want to be having to fork out for a new tyre. You know, when you've got a tyre that's got a heap of tread on it and you're hoping to run for many years yet. But the simple fact is, they looked at that and they said, yeah, that's impact damage. You know, it can happen a day after you put new tyres on. It's not faulty, it's not just let go for any other reason. You can actually see up on the rim where the tyre's flexed right up onto the rim when it's hit something. So I have to replace this tyre. There's no two ways about that. When a tyre's split like that, it's at a real risk of blowing out, losing its air, or even in a really tight cornering situation when it's broken like that, it can even start to come off the rim. So these are booked for replacement, but here it is. You must check, and if you do hit a curb, something like that, again, you got to get under, and what you do is you're looking for bumps. Is the wall nice and smooth? Feel it with your hand. Is it nice and smooth along here, or is there a bump? Because like there, you can see it on that angle. It's bulged out on the wall, and that tyre is damaged beyond repair, and sadly it needs to be thrown out. But yeah, if you've got run flats, you need to be a lot more vigilant in checking your tyres and making sure that they're all okay. I'll put up a few different shots now of different tyres of my own that I've come across that have been broken and split. There's been 2 occasions I've bought sets of mags with split tyres that people have decided to opt out and replace wheels and tyres and everything, and those tyres were just absolutely destroyed. The simple fact is, because of the really much thicker wall in a run flat, it is susceptible to damage that normal tyres are not. So there you go, pop outside, have a look, and yes, you've got to look on the inside and on the outside, any bulges, any lumps, and hopefully you won't find anything disastrous like that.